What's going on, guys? I'm back. Let's go. And it is Mental Health Month, I think. But I got a good little talk regardless for anybody that's going through it. I just kind of want to talk about mental health and, what you should do, or at least what I think you should do, what's helped me personally. And, you can kind of take what you want from this video to try and help yourself maybe, or help a friend who's going through it. So I guess I'll give a little bit of a background for me. I had like some sadness, changing schools or I moved from Illinois to Colorado, and that, as it would be on any kid, I went through some sadness, but then it just kind of got deeper. I got into more depressive states, but it wasn't really until like high school when I really started to get depressed. And at first it was the classic, like, oh, this girl doesn't want me anymore, woe is me, like, type of thing when I was like 17, 18. But then it just kind of developed into something worse. Freshman year of college, one of my best friends committed suicide. And while I was already kind of anxious and scared of going into college and meeting a whole bunch of new people and trying to kind of rebrand myself so that I become more confident, I have all of a sudden I lose my friend. And it's like I didn't believe it at first, I literally I was like, nah, that's not real. Like what? This can't happen. And it did. And it messed me up. And, it was a combination of myself never having a drink before college. Well, a couple times, but like, I wasn't trained on how to be safe with alcohol. And that did not help with that whole situation, because I just went down a spiral, guys. It was bad. It was bad. Partying 4 or 5 times a week. Just blacking out too much, trying to forget that he was gone, and how insecure of myself I was, and how I didn't know where I was going in life, and like a bottle of Jose Cuervo just did the job. It was my best friend in some ways, and then that went on for years. Just kind of developed a relationship with alcohol, and then it turned into something to have after work. You go to your job. My job was absolutely horrible. I hated my life. This happened for a couple different jobs. I was living in my apartment all alone. I had 4 other roommates, but they all went home, and so I was all alone working for a chocolate factory, which is a whole nother story I'll explain some other time. But it was just so depressing. Like, I'd work from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., come home to an empty apartment that's dark and just nothing. Like I'd go to the gym after work, but then I just drink. Like, I didn't have anything to do. I hated that job so much, because I was just throwing chocolate down a tube for 8 hours a day, talking to people that were making me go insane. Like, I was literally going insane from this isolation. And when I could talk to people, they were kind of crazy. They were the people at work. They were just, the 2 people I was with were characters. I'll just say that. And so it just kind of became a coping mechanism. And it's not the way to do things, and it's easy to slip into it, and it's easy to say stop, and it's hard to actually do that. It's hard to give it up. If you're dealing with addiction or whatever it is to help with your problems, I understand you. Like it's very, very hard, and a lot of people misunderstand what someone's actually feeling when they're going through that. A lot of people will look at somebody and say, "What is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" Just get all angry at you. Like, what is your deal, man? And it's not what they're using or drinking or whatever. It's why they're doing that. That's what you should be caring about. You shouldn't be demonizing someone who's abusing substances. You should be realizing that there's something underneath that they're trying to cover up. And they need help, and they need someone to see them. I think that's one of the biggest things with depression, is being seen. A lot of people, I know for my ups and downs, I guess my downs, I would just go silent. I wouldn't text anybody. I wouldn't reach out. I wouldn't call. I wouldn't make plans for a while, just to see who would do something, who would reach out, and then you kind of notice a lot of people just didn't care, and you kind of realize who you need to shake off. And it's not always the case. I mean, especially now as I'm getting older, it really is a thing of, at least the people I'm close to now, if they're not answering or whatever, they're probably busy. We're all working now. We're trying to figure out bills, our futures, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if other people relate to this. I know one of my good friends does. He thinks the same way as me. Like, it's easy to go silent and kind of self-isolate, hoping for someone to reach out. And the truth is, no one's coming to save you, and you have to get yourself out of the hole. Which is going to sound harsh. Trust me, I've been to the bottom, man, of just pure pity and sadness and doubt in myself. And I just had to go up, man. You just got to go. Yeah, people are going to try to help you, but they're never fully going to understand your situation and how you feel, even if you explain it to people. Nobody's really going to understand. And that's why, for me, I don't want to force any religion on you guys, but having a relationship with Jesus has been very important to me, because he knows who I am, and I'm comfortable in the fact that he knows exactly what's going on. And I have someone to look up to, and I have this overwhelming love in me now. So I got the Holy Spirit in me. And it really helped me to grow closer to Christ, to get out of that hole. I'd say other ways to get out of that trap. When I was really sad, I just work, go home, drink, play video games, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go home, drink, play video games. And it's like this constant cycle. And then I'd listen to sad ass music every time I went to bed. Like, that doesn't help. It makes you feel comfortable. Like, it makes you feel comfortable, but it doesn't actually solve anything. And it probably makes things worse. It does make things worse. You should be listening to happy stuff. You should be trying to get out of that mindset. You should be trying to escape that sadness in healthy ways. So for me, I stopped listening to all that sad crap. I just knew it wasn't helping me. I do one small thing a week and try to build up this routine. A lot of people, or maybe it's just me, but I would I'd be super sad one night and be like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to the gym, I'm reading 50 pages of my book, I'm applying to 10 different jobs, I'm gonna, say what's up to an old friend, I'm gonna do this, and that. And then I'm gonna do the whole thing, all that whole schedule, I'm gonna do that the next day too. And then maybe it happens for like 3 days, 4 days, and you just get burnt out, dude. It's too much, too quick, So just start with something small. For me, it was like making my bed every morning, and that I'm not gonna lie, I don't make my bed right now, but and during those stages of sadness, that was a great step for me. And if I wanted to do something, like if I wanted to force myself to play guitar or make music or on my electronic music or read a book or something, I'd put whatever it is I needed to do that task where I'd sleep or on my desk, where I'd do things on my computer. And I don't know if you guys have read Atomic Habits, but that really helps if you're just thinking about the thing, you see the thing you need to be doing, it's not just hidden in a closet and you're telling yourself, oh, I'm going to do this day. Eventually you're going to develop this kind of guilt, or at least for myself, I noticed that, like, why am I putting this out here, but I'm not doing it? I got to do it. And then if it really sucks, I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm going to do something else, So you kind of force yourself into this decision of whether or not you want to do something you like. So that helped me a lot. But yeah, also helping others, which sounds kind of crazy. But I think something that helped me, I wrote a lot of letters to people I cared about when I was really down and out, because I didn't want people to feel the way I felt. And I was expecting people to do that for me for some reason. I wanted them to tell me how much I mattered to them when I hadn't done that for them. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I tell these people how much they mean about me, or mean for me? Why not? I don't care if they think it's weird. I'm not expecting anything in return, but I would just write 3-page letters for some of my closest friends and to let them know how much I cared for them. Really helped me. But yeah, just go to the basics, man. Get outside. It never hurts to be outside. It feels good. Just get 30 minutes of sunshine, lay in the grass, whatever. Take some deep breaths. Working out is scientifically proven to make you happier. As much as it sucks to start, it's worth it. And for anybody that's been working out or has in their past, it just sucks to start, but once you get into the habit again, it's great. That's what a couple of weeks ago, I just got back into lifting, so hopefully I'll shave off some of this beer belly and get toned in the next 3-4 months. We'll see. But yeah, guys, it's difficult. I know it's very difficult. But just keep your chin up, keep doing things you like, and don't take things too seriously. Get off your phone. Don't, fear monger on what's happening in the world right now or what other people are doing to make money. I know that always drove me nuts. Made me jealous when you see someone flexing a watch or a car, or they're on some crazy vacation. They're like, I'm gonna tell you how to make lots of money. Truth is, there's probably a lot they're not actually sharing, first of all, for that. And second of all, if you can be happy with the things around you and you can be kind of grateful for what you have and what God's given you, you'll be just fine. You don't need all that extra garbage. That might just be, something added on to you, but dude, enjoy yourself right now. You have the opportunity to have a good time right now. You can turn your mood around. You're going to have to keep practicing that. You're going to have to keep trying every day Don't give up, though. It's not worth it to give up. You are making a permanent solution to a temporary problem. You know, it's not fair to yourself, and it's not fair to your family. I've seen it, you know. I've seen it affect people, and families have just been destroyed. It's terrible to see, and you're just passing your pain on to your family. And I know I hated when people said that, but it's true. You are, and you can figure it out. If you're going through it right now, just think of 5-10 years ahead of yourself. You know, are you going to be feeling this way? Probably not. You're probably going to evolve. You're going to mature. You're going to learn some new things. You're going to move to a new place, and things are going to change, man. It's a season of suffering, and it won't last forever, and you will come out on top, and you will be okay. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.